Welcome back. Today we're going to look at chords in the key of C or in the C shapes. Between G and C, you can basically play any song. So this is going to be the second part of what you need. So the first thing in the first lesson we learned that this was the C chord. When we play in the key of C, you can use this chord, but I actually like to use the more traditional C. This is the C you would actually find if you looked it up in a book and said, okay, how do I play C? This is the one they're going to point you to, and it looks like this. So it's going to be, we're going to build it from over here. So we'll skip the E string, it'll be open. Then we're going to have our pointer on the first fret, skip a string, and then second fret, and then our third fret. So it's going to be open, 1, open, 2, 3, and then mute. We want to mute that. A lot of beginner students miss that, and it makes the chord sound less clear if you leave it there versus this. You can hear the difference. And there are some times where we will leave that open, but as a default, you want to mute that bad boy. Quick word of caution with this. This C chord usually takes students about a month to get comfortable with. So if you get it like, you get a couple of the strings ringing, but not all of them, don't freak out about it. It just kind of comes over time. Keep working with it. It'll get better with time for sure. But usually, like I said, it usually takes about 4 weeks for students to be able to play this with hearing all the 5 strings ringing nice. What happens a lot of times is like the ring finger will end up muting the next string down or something like that. So you can work on arcing your fingers like this, and that'll help you. The next chord I want to talk about is an A minor chord, which is our 6th chord. And what's really nice is you have the C chord. If you lift up your ring finger, oh, that's A minor. This is technically an A minor 7 chord. You can use this anywhere you see A minor, literally anywhere, and it's fine. I teach this one instead of the like A minor 7. Just I like the sound of it better. It plays easier, and it's a more modern sound. If I were playing a hymn, I'd probably play an A minor chord, which you can look that up in a book. But this is A minor 7. So it's basically like C, you lift up the ring finger. So to be open, 2, open, 1, open. That's how we build that chord. A minor 7. The next chord I want to teach you is G. Now, we already know this G, and this G is great, and you can use this G anywhere you see G. There's another G that I also like, and it's a little different. I want to teach it to you, and it goes like this. So you have your ring finger all the way up here, and that's also going to mute the A string just like we did before, and then your pinky is going to go all the way here. And you're going to play all 6 strings. The A string is muted from our middle finger. No other strings are muted. So it's 3x, open, 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 3. This is probably my favorite G chord. You can use this anywhere you see G. It's pretty easy. It's only 2 fingers. It's got a nice open sound. Also, I like to think of this G chord like as G on steroids, because when you play it like this, now you think like, okay, using my pinky is not the easiest thing, that's for sure. But this chord's gonna allow us to go other places quickly, which is really nice. And especially when we go from A minor to G, you can actually build both chords at the same time, which is one reason why we play it like this, so you can get between the 2 chords with ease and pretty quick. And as you start to do that more, it will get easier. So there's G, A minor, C. Now let's talk about everybody's favorite chord. All right, this is the chord that makes people quit guitar, and it's the F major chord. Nobody likes it. It's the first bar chord. This is how, if you look it up in a book, that's what they're gonna show you. And that chord is pretty painful to play. So I don't usually encourage people to play this one right out of the gate. But there is a cheat way to play it, and it's not even cheat, like it's a legit chord. It sounds good. If we go back to our C chord and we add our pinky right there. So E, A, D, you're on the D string, 3rd fret, and all you gotta do is add that pinky there. It changes this chord into basically an F chord. So you can play this anywhere you see F, And it's basically a really pretty F chord. It has a technical name. If I added this F to the bottom with my thumb, it would be an F major 7, I don't know, add 2, no third. It's complicated. Just think about it as an F chord, and that's fine. So think of your C, add your pinky, that's F. It sounds really nice in the context of a song. You might play it and be like, all right, this sounds like a little crazy or something, I don't know. No, this is a great F chord to play, significantly easier than anything you'll find in any book. Usually the books either do this, or they have you play this, and try and avoid the top 2 strings. Both of those options are tough. Eventually you'll want to learn this bar chord version, but you can hold off for a pretty long time and get by with this F chord here. The last chord I want to show you, we won't do it through our classes together, but it's a D minor chord. It's another chord you will need in the key of C, and it goes like this. So you're going to have middle finger on the G string, 2nd fret, ring finger 3rd fret of the B string, and then pointer finger 1st fret of our E string, and then we'll mute with our thumb again. This is D minor. And that, like I said, we're not going to use that in our lessons, but you're going to probably need this chord eventually. So you'd have C, A minor, got our new G chord, got F, which is basically C, and then you had your pinky. And then you have D minor, which is totally different. We got to break away from everything and go to this new shape, which is 2, 3, 1.